This is an interesting question, number two. In allopathic medicine, the theory is breast milk has antibodies. If there are no antibodies, what is it about breast milk that helps the baby not get sick or better something? Can't see that. So it isn't that there aren't proteins in a family that are called antibodies. It's that the antibodies are not actually there to essentially neutralize or do something against viruses or other kinds of infections. And it's actually complicated because even there's a question about tetanus. And we know that the CDC, for example, has actually said that you cannot use the presence of tetanus antibodies to prove that somebody is not suffering from a disease called tetanus, because even people who have lots and lots of antibodies have been shown to still be able to get tetanus. So in other words, antibodies are not protective against any kind of viral disease, obviously, because there is no viral disease to protect them against. But there is a family of proteins that I guess one could call antibodies, although that's the wrong word. The best guess that I know of right now is to what do these type of proteins do? And they actually have something to do with tissue regeneration. So in other words, when you have breakdown of the tissue because of starvation or toxicity or injury or emotional reasons or all the reasons we've talked about. So something happens and your tissue breaks down. And so now your thyroid tissue is not as in good shape as it should be. So you have inflamed, unhealthy thyroid tissue. Then your body makes antibodies to try to heal that thyroid tissue. And they may even be, and apparently seem to be, specific for healing the thyroid tissue, if that's the situation we're talking about. And that's why the doctors have been fooled, because they see somebody with an increased injury, they obviously have more need for repair proteins, so they have more antibodies. And if they get better, meaning their tissue is not so diseased, they need less antibodies. And so they have, they say their autoimmune disease is getting better. This happens also with HIV so-called antibodies.